Oh, I am live. I hear all the clicks. Test. Wonder if NVIDIA broadcast. What are you filming? A brand new Bambu Labs printer unboxing, Gulsifer. You know. I am also just trying dual streaming, see if this machine could handle it with the encoding on AV1 on. You'll hear echo because I was listening to my stream. We're about to do it live. Let me know the audio's good. You can hear me, hopefully. You got a brand new new unbox, AMS combo and all. Late tonight? Yeah, I went to a hockey game first. It's okay. It's Saturday night. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm gonna charge up my phone since I'm gonna need that later. There we be. I'm gonna have to load up the Twitch to see if it's encoding. Also want to test the Panda Touch will work with it. So after we get it set up and updated. No pro streamer. That's for sure. But 3, 2, 1, boom. Hey, Hadron. Let me pull up, and you guys should be able to see me. Boom shakalaka. I wonder if it's lagging at all. I think it might be lagging because it says encoding overloaded. Consider tuning down video settings. Bang ticket. Bang enter. You never know. I see starting stream still. But I think my encodings, I might have to drop one or switch one, the CPU encoding, which would do the which one. Actually, doesn't even look like it went live. So I'm gonna stop the Twitch stream. I'm Adam. No, you're Hadron. Oh, I see the stream lagging. One sec. It's lagging. Yeah. Test. It says I'm at upload about 7K. I'm using this new multi-stream software. It looks like the Twitch stream should be stopped. A1 style camera. One sec. This is the thing with streams. Not till you test everything at once. Do you know? Let's see if it. It's funny. I see it totally lagging, but GPU is only at 80%. I think it's fixed. I bumped up the settings. Let's see. It is my first time doing 4K 60. Maybe I should do 4K 30. I think that's more smart for a live stream. Frame rate. It's okay now. All right. Yeah, it looks good. I won't mess with it. Yeah, the new bed slinger from Bambu. So a little teaser. We got some Panda Touch. Let me know if audio or you're hearing a lot of background noise. Should be NVIDIA broadcast. But I'm gonna team lift this printer. Let me move my keyboard, for the team lift. Let's check top-down cam. Boom. Good now. Sweet. Thanks, Pico. Oh wait. It's my brand new Bambu Lab printer. Oh, that's top-down camera. Don't mind the stream wires. Don't mind the stream wires. See, it's all sealed and all. Man, brand new combo. Audio's good, thanks. Hey Pete, great now. My brand new P series combo pro streamer alert. Trying to be got 4K 60, at least working on one stream. I guess it was too much trying to push it to Twitch too, but trying my thing on the YouTubes. Let me put this over here and chat right there. Perfect. Another thing, go to live chat. So let's cut it open. Pro streamer, I even removed, I think, my shipping label so you don't see it in 4K. But what kind of brought this on is a lot of Bambu coming out with the new firmware. I have a Panda Touch I picked up from West 3D at 3D Printopia, and I want to get this printer updated with their non-locked out firmware so it doesn't remove functionality. I don't want to have to do dev mode or LAN mode. Just standard cloud mode and work with the Panda Touch. So that's what I need actually the print capacity as well to print a lot of Qforges. And it's going to replace a printer on my shelf currently. Over here to my right. Be your left. Yeah, the P12D. You know it. So it's all brand new. So hopefully it works because I've had it a quick minute. I might have used a Mr. Pete Webb's affiliate link when I picked this up. But I think I have a main cam and a top-down cam. Main and desktop. There you go. Pro streamer with a stream deck even. This desk is pretty high. It's a standing desk. I'm going to be setting this back down on the ground to lift it out of here. So, tossed in the styrofoam. Yeah, this thing could be broken for all I know. Glass and all. We'll see it live. Let's go main cam. Ooh. Lift with your legs, not your back. I'm going to turn this. We're going to back here. Grab it by its big rabbit ears and throw it up here. So I actually have a separate AMS, but yeah, this is the P1S combo I picked up and life got busy. So this is probably my favorite. This is the Bambu printer that does it all. It just kind of doesn't have the fancy touchscreen, hence the Panda Touch. Let's look at what kit we got in here. It did come with, I got a desk cam, boom, the clock kit. So I did get a kit with this. What else? We got support for PLA. Some, looks like 256 grams. Really just another nice master spool. Some basic orange. Some support for PLA. I say call it that for fun. And the standard basic green. Boom. We're not going to test print with that today. That's everything in the box. Now let's get everything out of. A1 Mini is your current favorite. Can't believe how easy to use. That's one I don't have in my arsenal is the A1 Mini. It is the cheapest. That is the ironic part. I love my A1s. So generally I print off upgrade parts and I name it. This one has orange ASA upgrade parts. I have to look where I printed them, like a poop bucket already. All of the above. Should I follow the manual or go off memory? I feel like it'd be more fun if I go off memory and not open up the quick start the quick start guide. Gotta even put the. I'll just wear it. Packing tape. I was thinking of putting on some tunes. That left a little residue. Well, let's get some mood lighting. I got my cheap Amazon closeout stars. Will those turn on? The late night. The late night. See if we got our glass top. We'll leave that to the side for a second. We pull out some stuff. P2MP, maybe. Yeah, we haven't named this one yet. We got our accessory box. That's your screen, spare nozzle, power cord. But yeah, I've never used the Panda Touch. This one was actually a show floor model. So I got a deal from West 3D. They didn't have to take it home. And I got basically just one that was demoed on a show floor for a weekend. Win-win. Almost think I need to turn down for what? Maybe back up the desk. It is rolling. Ooh. I might have a little pad down on the floor. It's blocking it. You know, like those workout pads. Alrighty. Letting you look at it in all its glory. All right, what's everyone's favorite Bambu lab printer? You know, Keith is the A1 Mini. I'd say the P1S. You know, if they came out with a P2S, yeah, I should ask. The ultimate mod list. Some people that's their hobby, is modifying printers, not printing them or all that jazz. I like to do as little modifications as possible, but also keep them all the same. So all my P1Ss have the same exact mods, so I know if they're tested, reliable, because and if I find one that was better or I test it out, then I'll put it with the fleet. So on all of them, keep them all the same so you can run all the same profiles, all the same G-code, all that jazz. And actually, I've never watched a video on setting up that Panda Touch, so I think we have some firmware to update, all that jazz. Betcha that's bone stock of whatever it shipped with. And I know certain Bambu firmwares require you to go on a certain version of the Panda Touch, like update it so it works with the new stuff, which makes sense. You only have a P1 or A1 Pico. I know you have other printers. What do you think of that A1? I think the A1's the best Bambu deal for a mile. Just since it has the print size. The A1 Mini, if you don't need the print area, is an amazing deal. Got our accessories. Got our power cord. It's a combo. We got the AMS. We got the little spool holder in the back. I don't install those. A spare. I think this is stainless steel, so it's not black. 0.4 nozzle. There. The screen. Just taking out the accessories I need. Then they give you some tools. These aren't my favorite. Actually, the A1 tools are better. A lot of extra screws and cleaners and stuff. Really handy. Don't throw that stuff out. So I'll show you. I like the tools that come with the A series a lot better. And I printed this little case off. Some pan crimp. Because they're got the T handles. Give you the different lube and I upgrade to a hard nozzle, so I just store the old nozzles in there. So let's use these tools, even though I have some better ones. I'm gonna turn the printer here, try not to drop it. Not any of the Hue forges over. Not that would be that big a deal. We got 2 screws here in the front holding down the AMS unit. You know, it's an interesting thing to think about is, will future, like say they go through their back stock, will the AMS2 Pro start shipping with like P1S combos or X1C combos? That updated AMS unit just ship once they have all the firmware available. So we got those 2 screws out. Try to get this out. I think I'll lift out with just that. This kind of got a twist. It's a little bit off the camera. You can zoom out and unenhance. There you go. Let's see if I can not break it. Don't mind the crazy amount of wires on the floor. Stand that up on the filament stack. Now we got 4 screws to remove at the orange arrow, so I'm gonna set this off to the side. Get those. Need some more lighting down here. Here's a pro streamer thing. I got a little battery thing. Let's try this. Oh, actually got that from work. You definitely don't want to turn on your printer until you free up the bed. After these 4 that holds the tray for the combo, I believe we have 3 more screws holding down the bed to the bottom of the printer. Well, the downside with these tools is on this side, they kind of run into the fan. So use the included one. So there might be some logic behind their madness. Or if you have a driver, you don't want to break off parts of your fan. Just saying. Pro tip. When it's brand new. Alright, last one. The back left corner. Yeah, I need to clean up the floor. You can see my little air purifier, the PC, all that jazz. Will enhance a little bit. So I think this will lift out here. Sure will. We got 1, 2 back here, and 3 screws. So if you're new to Bambu printers or don't know, the P1S or the P series doesn't have the build plate detection. So there's a QR code that is blowing out in the front here. So it doesn't have the micro LiDAR or the little QR codes here, but they use the same beds as the X series. You just have to make sure you tell the printer what bed you're using. Is this zip tied down at all? Let's see if it's free. We can move this out. Piece of tape on the front, holding the magnetic cover on. Looks all good so far. Looking good. I have had a little tech issues, but all my Bambus have worked right out of the box. My X1C is a Kickstarter unit, so the toolhead PCBs actually started failing. The cable that goes between the front and back toolhead PCB broke, and Bambu supported it. I think it was just out of warranty or about. They sent me the parts for that. I've had the power switch on my A series, my first A1, go out. Well, it would work, but if you touched it or breathed on it, it could turn on or off, even though you're not switching it. So I think the very early ones, A1s had that issue, so I've only had one. Had to switch out the power switch. I'd say that was one of the most difficult repairs. I Tinkercaded up a little design that I need to share with the community to easily remove it. I'm bad about uploading models. Real bad. I think the last screw I have to remove. Oh, I could move the tool head. It's in the back here. And you want to keep these screws and your packaging if you ever need to return your Bambu printer. I'd say once you know it's good and not like a total lemon, which I think is probably very rare with most good companies nowadays. All 3 screws removed. Nice. I think we're got to plug in the screen. You want to have those screws to basically put it back into shipping mode. I've never had to return a Bambu printer, knock on wood. But I'm turning this a little bit so we could attach the screen. Get some tools out of the way. So right here is the screen. You could see on like my P1 series, I print an adapter to point it down for the printers that are high. This one won't need it right now, so I'm not putting on a printed part to angle down the screen. The P series screens are fixed. They don't tilt up or down like the X1 series screens. It's funny you say that name, Pico. I already have P15S as one of my P1P names. So, great minds. So this only goes one way. So I'm just matching this up. The connector, the little beige connector in there. Main cam. What's the over-under on this thing working? I think we need some tunes. Little royalty-free tunes. So I'm using my fingernails to push in this connector. I just heard it snap. I don't know if the mic picked that up. Another thing I do with this little wire is make sure it kind of tucks back into here so you're not pinching it. It does give you quite a bit of extra wire when you actually snap this in. You start on the right here. Don't force anything since it's just plastic. And you slide it to the left, like boom, there it locks in. The screen's installed. I'll leave the screen protector on. Right here's a little sticker over top the micro SD slot. And this printer does come with a micro SD. I think it's just a little generic black one. I think they're 32 gigs if I remember right. I remember right. This is a Luxar. Looks a little bit higher quality than what came with my P1P. I need to get some water. 32 GBs. Adam, thanks Gulsifer for coming by, checking out the stream and hanging through the little tech issues at the beginning. Peace out, dude. Have a great night. But that's all good. What else? Since I'm not following the script, I'm making sure we could put an AMS on top. I'm going to let chat decide what filament I use. I have mostly Polymaker, I'd say Protopasta and Overture brands. Odd rainbow of, I'd say, some Strong Hero. I'm trying to think some other Zero rainbows, seasonals. I'm a equal filament lover. All right, so uncorded the cable. I'm a little anal retentive like this, and I like to straighten them out because they're a little stiff when they've been wrapped up for months after they're made. So we got that there. Put the top glass on. I'm gonna set this. We can start hooking up the AMS unit. So I actually have some trays over here. Drop all the screws in. Turn that off. Unplug the soldering iron I was trying to fix a TD1 with last night. Plug in the printer. Let's get the top glass. It's a late one, but I thought it's weekend. I like to stay up late. Let's go live. I actually got a new camera body, and I'm actually able to stream, I guess also record in 4K now. 4K 60, so I think that's pushing the envelope on the CPU encoding I was doing. All right, AMS, or excuse me, the glass is on the top. Now we can put the AMS. I got some travel desiccant it came with, and tape. Nice. Actually, I was checking here on some of the original AMSs. They had plastic on these rubber feet they give you, and they would be very slick. But it looks like they no longer leave the plastic on, or they no longer come with the plastic on the feet, so it doesn't really slide around. That's all I was checking. But pull off the plastic. Here's your extra cords. Go top down. Sew in a little AMS. They're a little. This is a 3-chambered AMS unit. They have different molds, so I was just checking. You could see the different lines. And actually, you have to know that for some riser mods. So I was just checking what. So under these little covers that snap here, little desiccant bags they give you, but you need to open them up for them to be effective because they're in plastic. So that's all I'm doing. Removing them from the plastic. I know it's no fancy H2D, but it's a very capable 3D printer still in 2025. You throw a hardened nozzle and some extruder gears on this thing, you have basically X1 carbon without the fancy screen and micro LiDAR. Every bell and whistle. Trying to think anything else that's different. So getting that screen of the Panda Touch is a cheaper kind of, I'd say not cheap, really less expensive printer. Why is that not sitting in there right? Installing it wrong. It's kind of difficult to. Oh, Pro Streamer. I was having a hard time getting that little desiccant pack. Sit in there, get in your hole. So that's pretty prepped. We have a little bone tube already pre-installed. We just have to untape. And all you have to do is stick it in to the side of the buffer down here. We have an AMS cable here. Comes with, you connect between the 3D printer and your AMS. What's interesting is some of these are right angled. I thought all of them. Oh, here it is. So this is between your printer and the buffer. This is the right angled one. And this is the one between the buffer and the AMS. That's right. Something you don't really need to mess with once you have it plugged in. Luckily. So it's a little hard to show you, but just connect that right angle one to the buffer that's back here, and then and they are different pins. side of the buffer where the bone tube also goes in to the back of your AMS. Each AMS unit, these standard AMSs have 2 ports. It doesn't matter which one you use. The second port is used to daisy chain multiple AMSs if you were so inclined. So I think we're ready to turn this bad boy on. We could main camera, turn it, enhance it, remove prints, turn it on, flip the switch. Should we just print a HueForge first? Take more plastic off. Just send a Fire Dragon. Somebody else's awesome design. Just making sure I have everything plugged in. Well, oh yeah, I was charging my phone. So, we're hitting that. I'm going to turn this sideways because standing from the desk blocks your view. Before you use, please make sure that you have read the user's manual carefully. As you all know, I read it end to end. Hit next. Before use, please make sure that you have removed the screws, fixed the hotbed. That's what it says. I'm sure I removed all 3. Next, my region, North America. And now we scan this code. So, with Bambu printers, well, the P series and the X series, you could scan this and pair it with your phone to copy in your Wi-Fi credentials. With the A series, you have to manually enter your credentials within the screen. Both have their pros and cons. But since this is not a touch screen, we're gonna get this on my Wi-Fi network that I have all my Bambu printers on. Don't look at my code. We'll pull up the Handy app. So go to your app store and download the Handy app. And we're going to be scanning the QR code. So don't bind this to your printer, please. To your account. Don't beat me to it. Bind a printer. And of course, I have to sign in to the app because I've updated since. And now we could scan the QR code. Focus. There. I've read the terms. Bind it to the out-of-atom account. Then you'll be prompted for Bluetooth pairing request on your phone. I click pair. Now it's going to ask me for my network name, so I'm not going to show this. You're off to bed too, Pico? Thanks for stopping in. We got a pair code. It didn't work to bind. It says, so maybe I need to hit pair here. Yep, I had to hit the pair button here, even though the app did not tell you. Select my Wi-Fi network. I need to input the password. And since you're connecting between your phone and your printer over Bluetooth, it will send the password so you could type it more easily into your phone, or than using the screen. Confirm. This is part of the printer setup that is the most unglamorous part, I think, but generally you only have to do this once. You can see some of my A1s over here turned on in the reflection. It's spinning, that's trying to connect. Spin, spin, spin. I'm checking if the printer and the phone have to be on the same Wi-Fi network even though they're joined over Bluetooth to see if it worked. Because the app is just spinning. It says maybe not on the same LAN. I just predicted what I was going to do. It gave me... So the phone and the... So first join the same Wi-Fi network on your phone or mobile device as you're going to set up the printer on. I might have more than one Wi-Fi network. So I'm doing that. See, some stuff is so simple they just assume things without telling you. Saving it again. Looks like it's working now. It says connecting, spin, spin, spin. I'd show you, but now we get to name the printer. I might call it, I'm not that creative, Galaxy Orange P1S. All the accessories will be printed in Polymaker Galaxy Orange ABS. You can change the name of your printers as you would expect. Boom. Add it to my account. It says self-test. So even before it does a firmware update, you self-test it. I'm going to hit start, and it's doing the self-test. I want to turn this since I don't need to see the screen anymore. Open it up. Move the keyboard. No. While we wait for this to self-test, there's some foam underneath there I'll grab here in a sec. I'm going to open up this Panda Touch. So I want to get this set up as well. And actually try to get all my P-Series printers on it, if possible. Yeah, this looks brand spanking new package. They said they had it on the show floor, but I couldn't tell. Oh, that's the only thing you could tell, which might have been me checking it out before. It's even got the BQ Big Tree Tech rubber ducky. What accessories are in here? We got the mount. We got the Allen wrench. I feel screws in here, so I'm guessing that's the screws, and the USB-C cable. I was looking if there's a manual. Oh, there is. We got Big Tree Tech sticker. You can stick it on the side of our printer. We got Panda Touch. No, thank you. Note. Packed actually pretty nice. Let's open it up. Noise. Yeah, you could tell. It's got a little dirt on it. So, oh yeah, you could charge this thing. This printer is taking off. Quack quack. Exactly. So oh, I was on the right thing. That's the wrong one. This man in desk cam. That's what I want. Perfect. So we have a power switch. Looks like a power connector. I don't know if it comes with that. And here's the main USB-C. But I did not see a connector like that in the box. I don't know what that is. Maybe for additional accessories. I think that's for future expansion. What's that? Ooh, enhance. A little webcam I knock off. Oh, I2C. I was thinking it was 12. Duh. I2C port. That's funny. AMS port all lighten up. Let's do main cam. The printer is taking off. I'm gonna walk around and snag out. While we're waiting for that, I'm gonna walk this box out of here too. So give me more space behind here. I'm glad since I waited so long to unbox it. So far so good. Knock on wood. Hit my head. Build plate has definitely got some little styrofoam stuff on it. We'll have to put one of my stickers on it. Grabbing all the packing material that they use that I threw back behind my computer, stuffing it in the box, taking this to the garage. So much more space back. Uno momento. Uno momento, por favor. So this printer's planned to go right next to another P1S. I have a lot of Q-Forgers to reprint and print for both my maker table and the Q-Forge booth for Rocky Mountain. So that's why it's time to get the last one unboxed. In the garage. It actually wouldn't be a bad idea to do a recycle run tomorrow. All right, let's see how to update the firmware on this thing. Oh, the screen is saying something. I'm guessing it's saying it as a firmware update. New firmware available. Do you want to update now? I sure do. I don't want it to be... I'm gonna look. It says OTA update, so it's 1. So it's 0, 1, 0, 5. Let me see if that's what's on my other P1S here. So this printer is on even newer over here. Is 1. I wonder if there has to do 2 updates. The printer over here is on 0, 1, 0, 7, and this is older than that over the year. Oh, that's what I'm on, and it's going to. So yeah, so they'd be on the same firmware. Perfect. That's not the most intuitive UI. Arrow. Looked like the AMS unit was going to be updated as well. Updates downloading quick. I don't know how to update the Panda Touch yet. Oh, we don't have video? What happened? It's on main camera. I might have tripped over the power cord pulling out that I just got. Is it unplugged or anything? The camera overheat? Glad I noticed that. Wonder if it overheated. I just turned it off and back on again. Let's see if that, yeah, that fixed it. Something to check. It is trial run of a brand new camera body. So I got the little cable out. Let's check out the little Panda Touch manual here. Showing how to mount mounts to the screen. Actually plan to use this mobile because I don't want it tied to one printer. If it's across the room, I want to have it right here, center on the desk. I think K2 Kevin has some prints that you could have like a little desk setup with your Stream Decks and your Panda Touch. I gotta look at that will fit my need to be kind of at the command center, if you will. This is kind of installation instructions. So it has a power button on the back, has a lithium powered battery, 5-volt input. So I'm gonna see if it has any charge and click it to the center point. Actually, it is booting up. I show them my little, and it immediately goes to see my Wi-Fi network. So that's cool. Which I didn't want to show. It says hello in many different languages. Seems snappy. It's saying it's on version 1.0.1, so I'm guessing that's what it came with. I'm going to turn it off and, oh, you can even connect the USB drive on the side. The USB mass storage Type A on the side. It says the thing has a IPS 800 by 480 screen, 5-inch. It has built-in 8 megabytes of RAM and a 16 megabyte flash memory. I think it takes the SSD card, or maybe it's the thumb drive. See, I don't know tons about this since I haven't had one. Let's look at the printer. Has it updated? Successfully updated. We'll skip joining the share my data program. Found my Wi-Fi. It's its name. It's interesting, the default setting is not to have your light on. Let's turn on the amber light. I think that's in this menu. Yeah. I think the light should be on. I don't see it with my studio lights at this angle. It is on. Like Donkey Kong. You get a spray bottle and I think we should go straight to trying to bind a Panda Touch to this thing. Get that installed. I think I saw partially how it is done. I'm doing this from this angle. I think the USB cable gets run in here, connected to one of the boards in the back to get power from the printer. What I love is the printer I guess it just did a firmware update. Whenever you want to move the bed down, it's like, you haven't homed. And it wants to home the printer. So you can move the bed down. All right. And then it does its shake up and down. Its home procedure is like a minute-long process. Now you could hold down, lower the bed. I just wanted to make sure I cleaned it well. But really, let's do it right. This thing hasn't been washed. I just wash it with a little tiny bit of dish soap, warm water. Make sure there's no manufacturing oils on it or anything. It's brand new. I just actually rub my hand on the soap bar and rub it in. We'll do it live. Generally, you don't need to wash the bed like this if you're not touching it. Another part I like about these printers, it comes with my favorite build plate. They're textured PI, my most used build plate. So, not having to buy a separate build plate unless you're doing a little bit more fancy stuff or you want a different look. It's always a nice feature. A lot of printers come with a smooth PI. That's what my Prusa Mark IIIs did. Upgraded to their textured plate. They're really nice. Their satin are interesting in between. You like a little bit more in between. All right, this thing's about cleaned. You want to be triple sure there's no soap residue on this thing. That's why you just need to use a tiny bit of soap and clean it off. And you just hold it by the sides of the build plate. And I actually, to help make sure there's no moisture, spray it with IPA, the little spray bottle. So it's very little, just a little spritz. Wipe it down on both sides, even the side I'm not printing on. Another thing I do is then make sure there's no little piece of styrofoam or whatnot on top of the build plate magnet, so you're not messing up your mesh. Slide it back in there. I like to angle it, I don't know, it's like 30 degrees, and I feel the back corner, because you can have it a little cockeyed and have it lifted up, stuck on one of those bed plate alignment pieces, so that's how I do it. Feel is, there isn't tons of light in these printers with that, so my feel is a lot more precise than looking back there. When I first got my X1C, I did do that once where it wasn't aligned. Ay, ay, ay. Alrighty, let's get this Panda Touch installed. Wonder how difficult this would be. If not, we'll start a test print first. The Touch install. Go into the BQ Wiki. There are different versions. It's showing that currently capable firmwares P1P/S is the 0107, which we just updated to, so perfect. Already on that. They're showing how to install it. Mine's already reset the factory settings. What if there's firmware you do up after the fact? Say and add it first and all your access codes. Wonder if it will work with the firmware I'm currently rocking. It doesn't say anything. First time connecting it. says when running on the built-in lithium battery, it has a battery life approximately only 20 to 30 minutes. And that depends on your screen brightness, which makes complete sense. This wiki actually doesn't talk about updating the Panda Touch itself. I'm looking. Firmware features how to update. There's over the air, and you could download the binary straight from, it looks like, their firmware history on BQ's GitHub, it looks like. Bug fixes. I'd say it's not the most intuitive laid out. There's the bin. Download. I got the bin downloaded. How to update image file. It says IMG. And download the image file. You browse to the device itself and then upload it. So it looks like the first thing to do is get it connected to your network. So we'll do that independent of the printer as we're doing a test print. I think that'd make sense. It's already 12:17, a little late. So I'm just going to connect that to power and let's get a print started. What filament do we want to use? What do I got here quickly? That is ASA Pop Blue, beautiful color polymaker. What's something vibrant? Is this some Polysonic? Let's rock some Polysonic teal. Let's do it. Do it to it. We're on the main cam. Let's see if we crank out a speed benchy in some Polysonic. Polymaker teal color. Always be sure to lower my spool in gently into these. The plastic is, especially on the early ones, not the most durable. This is a new spool filament. Wasn't going in smoothly. I was looking if I had some side cutters. Didn't need them. Just straighten out the filament. Boom. Oh, I still have some plastic on here. Boom. Boom. Oh yeah. One thing I turn off because I don't run Bambu's filament. They're the only ones that support the RFID reading of what the color is and everything, is why it's doing this extra feeding through your AMS. So it's extra wear and tear and time to load a spool if you're not rocking just Bambu's filament. So you could disable that feature for it to try to read the RFID tag on the spool. The purpose for that is the RFID tags are only in one location, so the reader's down here in the middle. It has to make sure it could detect it. So let's I'm gonna see if it's within my Bambu studio, and it sure is. I see it, Galaxy Orange. And I'm gonna click micro SD card, see what models are loaded. We're actually on different Wi-Fi networks, so I'm not gonna do that. And I'm gonna kick off a benchy from the touch screen, or not touch screen, from the screen. Go down to the folders. We got a vase by, that sounds interesting. A vase. I wonder how long this will take. 20 minutes? Send it. Let's do something interesting. Not a million benchies. Do some vase mode print. Oh, I started it. Didn't look like it started. Maybe it's downloading. It's thinking. Wait for it. To be honest, it looks like the printer's a little confused right now. The screen's locked up. I could See the cursor not moving when I go up, down, left, right. Wonder, it's always a good idea after a firmware update to power cycle it, so we'll give it the benefit of the doubt and power it off. Wait a few seconds, power it back on. It detects the AMS as the time lapse enabled. Let's try the P1S base print. It looks like it's locking up on that file. I'm not kidding. We could have a faulty file. We could have a faulty printer. We could have a faulty SD card. I'm going to give it a minute. This is interesting. Troubleshoot. I have not hit this before. I've hit oddities after like having a printer on for hours, maybe having some prints, but just trying to print something straight off the SD card. The good thing is the printer's still under warranty. I have definitely not had it for a year, but it is not feeling. Oh, it finally took. I was about to power it off. Wow. That was slow. It just started responding. And see it preheating. Maybe it had to connect to the mothership, you know? I think the printer was trying to riot against no benchy first. I think that's the issue. It was trying to riot. Let's make sure we're good. If anyone's awake, still watching, type bang enter in chat. This is a test. We'll give it. Anyone that types bang enter in chat in the next 60 seconds. We're making sure. Might have a chance to win something. I see one person still here. They might have a chance to win something. It might be a $50 code to Polymaker in the US. Maybe. I think a minute has passed. We don't need a roll. For some reason, there was only one person here. And that one person was Daddy Wazzy, the creator. Congratulations, Daddy Wazzy. You won an impromptu giveaway for hanging out of a $50 Polymaker gift card. I'll DM you on Discord tonight. All right. Looks like the printer's preheating. Congratulations. I know you put good use to filament. You need more. We all need more in our life. So let's me turn this on and have it join my Wi-Fi network. I think I might have to type my long password in. So I might do this a little off stream. Yeah, you're welcome. Thanks for hanging out. Over here, typing my long Wi-Fi password into this, hopefully only once, but it is a touch screen. And it is handheld, so it's not so difficult. It seems pretty responsive. Oh, you could also view it so you make sure you're... Oh, this ain't gonna be too bad at all. You just have to make sure you type it right. Not 3. I need to do an E. There might be an E in this. Looks like you could also do over-the-air updates instead of just copying the bin or image straight to the pen to touch. It's the main thing. I'm going to get it on the network first. I think it'll be easier to update. It is very long. Alright, hopefully I typed it. I just hit OK. It's attempting to connect. It gave me a checkbox, like it connected. So it sees a printer. Oh, it has an image, a printer's IP, an access code. So you need to give it a name of your printer. I don't know if it has to match the name you gave it in Bambu. The IP of your printer, which you'll see on the screen, your access code, and the serial number. You could also give it a model number, optional, filament color, interesting. To give it all its meta properties. So we could show you that. So once you have on your Wi-Fi network, which is the previous screen, turn that away. Asks you for a bunch of data, but really you should only have to do that once. Adding into the network is pretty easy, so I'm gonna, since this printer's not printing, add this printer. So I'm just gonna type the name to be the same, also not to confuse myself. There's P1 S5. Be interested what this vase looks like. Never printed off the SD card. And it should be zooming in this polysonic. Let's see it. Main cam. Printer. E-printing. The light is not the best. Let's see if we could add my extra light. I'll slide the AMS a little back a little bit. Haha, it works. A lot of people upgrade. I was like, what does it run into? The handle. Nice. All right. Check setup, doing it live. Go back. Yeah, I wanted to make sure this printer got on a firmware that this could totally work with copacetically. And I need to do a lot of printing. Got the name, the IP address of this device. Go under the WAN settings. There you go. Has your IP address. You could also roll your access code, which I don't need to do. These are IPv4 addresses. Okay. Hopefully the serial number is shown in the screen. I hope it remembers all this even after the firmware update. It says required serial number. Serial number, your MAC address? That's shown when you go down lower. I'm guessing not. Device, maybe under device. Printer. Yeah, I'm guessing when it shows printer, that's what I need to enter. It's labeled under model printer and it has a very unique. I think I'm about to. Hopefully you only ever have to do this once per printer. While you own it. Say this is a model is a E1S. Nozzles. I'm gonna hit confirm. It says it's trying to connect, successfully connected. So yeah, pen to touch. It had a status up here, said successfully. Has very similar layout to what you'd see on an X1C. There shows my firmware. What if I hit firmware? Wondering if there was an over-the-air update there. Auto sleep. I'm going to say after 5 minutes instead of 15. Scan this QR code to view the firmware release history. So I am on V101. I think there's 1007. Yeah, we're printing. I have no thumb drive hooked up to this. I have one. I'm going to insert a filament and see if the since I only have one printer here, I think it's only, you don't select between printers because it's a single printer, but we could add like the P1S. I'm going to load Polylite Pro Orange, one of my favorite colors, in the slot 4. And yeah, it detected question mark and it's spinning and everything. Just like you'd see. I think it's trying to detect. I need to disable it on that printer too. Read the RFID tag. So I just hit the little button. So it's just like, this is really cool. So I'm going to select generic. I just select generic. It's pretty performant. I'm impressed. It's not like, oh, it's lagging or anything. PLA. That is not editing quickly. Orange. Confirm. And boom. I told the printer what it has. The Bambus always do that where they go white again while it's updating. PLA orange. I like it. I like it a lot. And here's the home menu. I think because I don't have multiple printers, I think it would show an image and everything. This will turn the light on and off. It did. And it's like instantaneous. It's even working with this old firmware. Oh, there's the printers in the last menu. So you could see my printer, and it's saying that's the master printer, probably because it's the only one I have. I'd want to update that image since it's showing a P1P series. Without the cover, nozzle diameter, all the stats are in there. Very nice. I'm stoked I got this. Surprised I haven't taken time to set it up. Then add another one right here. Boom. Here's all the info it's asking. So I'm gonna walk over here, turn on the P1P, have it boot up. My P1P has been super reliable. This was a pre-order. I've been really happy. One day I'll upgrade it to be a P1S, like its brothers. But mostly it's I'd say my main Hue Forge machine. Behind the A1s. PLA, you don't really need to worry about it. All right, let's go to when. And let's start typing in our info. I wonder if they update it. You have to do the dots and the IP address. After 3 digits, it doesn't automatically put a dot for you. Like, cool if it did. IP. It's not too bad. This thing is really responsive, and it's nice that you don't have to have it hooked up. It has the battery, you can just carry it around and hold it in your hand like a phone. Touchscreen. It's capacitive touch. Well, this thing does look like it has a screen protector on it still. 7.9. Number. Here, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. On the device. A lot of little pieces of info you have to enter, but P1P on the model. It says it's syncing, successfully connected. And it says it's on sync. I haven't been showing the print because I'm not a pro streamer, but you see I have both printers there. Let's go main cam. Hey Paku, what am I doing? I just set up my brand new Bambu Labs CoreXY printer, a P1S. And I was silly and was showing you my messy table because I'm trying to add a Panda Touch to it, and I was over near the P1P and thought you saw my back in the printer printing because I'm adding my P series printers to this Panda Touch. So I just got it joined to my Wi-Fi network and even configure filament. So I have 2 more P series printers, one down here and then this one after this print. I wonder if we could add it while no, that's a test case. Add the printer. You're just scrolling YouTube and you randomly found me? Nice. What are the odds? You would want to be here probably about 6 minutes ago. You missed the giveaway. Your odds would have been really good, but then like extremely good. Like, let's take a look at this. It's an interesting design. Well, it said it would be 20 minutes, but this print says it has 8 hours and 50 minutes left. When I saw 20, I was like, this ain't printing in vase mode, in vase mode. I'd have to go away if I showed you all my serial number and access codes to that printer. So, I should have done a benchy, but not like I have to cancel the print. The stream has to end. People have to sleep. Humans, hope you're doing well, Faku. I'm trying to get back on that content creation life in my free time. Just for fun. Push myself to get out there. Make friends. Meet people. Well, the device turned off. I think that's a sign that we hit the 20 minutes on the battery. I can plug it in here. I just switched it off. I had it on the battery. So this should be DC. Once I have it plugged into the computer, switch it all the way to the right. Yeah, it's DC. The only problem with that is seeing all the tiny info on the screen. The printer has walked over to. Well, let's see what printer has it selected. It says scan. How do I? There's master and sync on this. It shows master. So I'm trying to learn it. I guess we could also update its firmware. Learn where to see its battery life. So it has no flash drive on this thing. I'm going to say home. What printer homes? This one, the P1S home. So it's on master right now. I knew there was nothing on the bed. Showing all the digits. You could remove all the mess. I think I'm going to need to print one of K2 Kevin's cool designs. It meets my need for my little command center right here with my stream decks. You're doing a broadcast over on Twitch. I tried the dual stream. I would have rated it into you if I was, but my PC, it was pretty ambitious since it was my first 4K stream. I got a new camera body. So it's in 4K 60, and then it was hitting encoding shenanigans. I'm going to sit down for a second on my little stool here. Rest. Store factory defaults. You could restart this thing. Say auto sleep on 2 minutes instead of 5. I'm trying to see if you could see the battery life of your unit. It's not really showing me in the general settings. Maybe that's something updating the firmware. He broke the Panda. Yeah, this was one I picked up for a really good deal from West 3D. It was their show open box model that was brand new. It's sat on their table, and they didn't have to drive it or ship it home. Great people over there. Manufacturer device. Yeah, I don't see any over-the-air update straight with this menu. Maybe they have that in future ones. I think I'm gonna have to insert a flash drive. You're doing an English broadcast. Is it sumo related, I assume? If it's a Japanese TV show? I assume you'll have a translator or closed captioning or something? Just doing the English translation. Try and get the lip sync best as you can. Do you know Japanese? Like, can you understand it? What they're saying, or if so, that is crazy impressive. You were smarty pants. All right, here's the rest. Let's go back to these instructions while we're waiting. On the BQ Wiki, fixed crash in OTA page, so over the air page. I don't think I have an over the air update. I downloaded it. Firmware history, so I downloaded V107. How to update firmware. Updating version and above requires 2 files, so it says version 102, which I don't have. Updating versions. Says connect it over LAN is the same computer. Oh, then you browse to it. Dang, this computer's not. But I can browse to it on a laptop on the same network. Grab a laptop. So you're browsing to it. It looks like there's no authentication. Just saying the IP address of the device. Interesting. And then there's an update FW firmware button. Browse for it. And then they call that the over the air update. When the image selection firmware changes, update the image file, the .img. I downloaded .bin. I think I'll need a .img file. I didn't see that on their GitHub. Update file. And it's firmware here. When I browse to the firmware, it just says the bin directly. Oh, when you go back, there's .imgs. I'm guessing I need the EN img because it's a language. They didn't state that, but I'm guessing that's the English language pack. Oh, this firmware came out last week. I'll download that off the GitHub. Not claiming it. Let me go grab a laptop. We're on main cam as this Polysonic PLA zooms along. I've never seen this model printed, but it's going to be a good first test. Good thing I cleaned that build plate. I do have a laptop downstairs. I don't want to change Wi-Fi networks and bump us off the stream real fast. We get this thing updated, and I think they'll call it a night. But yeah, my plan is to start trying to do these like once every week, every other week, kind of work on projects and hang out. Motivates me. To get stuff done, that ADD-ness. Oh yeah, I'll have to re-download those files. But so the overall steps seem pretty basic. Find the device's IP into your browser. Looks like a default port 80, so you don't have to add a port. We'll update your firmware, give it the bin. Once that's done, I'll ask you to update the IMG and then update that. And Bob, it's your uncle. I think we should be good. And golden. Join it to the right Wi-Fi network. Other networks. Oh, maybe it doesn't know the other network. Oh, it does. Connected. We're golden. What IP address is this on? Network. I see it right there. Be on the same network. Oh, I tried to browse HTTPS by default. According to that is correct on the Hey Wind Farms. Lost vid. I think you might be right. I think the camera's overheating. There are power settings. This is a brand new camera body to me. We are doing 4K 60. I have a frame on it, so the HDMI cable thing is there. I'm turning it off for a sec. It does feel toasty. It did that once this stream. Might need higher power settings or lower quality, but as a constant webcam streaming at high bit rate, it's overheating. And the room is 70°, so it's not even like going to be summer hot yet. I wonder if we could hop it up, bolt some heat sinks to it. A fan. Thanks for telling me video's lost. Appreciate it. This head's down on this laptop. It is the first stream on the whole new camera and stuff, and video settings. BQ Wiki and go. Live streaming is like the pure test of your setup. Thought I turned on the power settings, but maybe I need to tune it. Scrolling through the wiki. More updates down low. Got the bin. Got language file. Laptop. Now we just gotta do the first step, which is browse to all right. And they're saying just enter the IP into your browser and we'll just go right to it. Let's try Safari instead of Firefox. Safari worked. Oh, does it need the Wi-Fi password? It's saying connect. Oh, it's already connected. You could join the Wi-Fi firmware. All right, nice. Browse to the firmware. All right, documents, go to downloads. It says give it the Panda Touch v107.bin upload. It's uploading to the ESP32 right now. It's going from 103 to 107. It's updating pretty fast. Wish I could show the screen, but we're at 94, 100. It says OTA, so over the air success. Nice. Let's go back. I just heard a device disconnect. So the device just rebooted itself. The reason I hear it disconnect, OTA is not finished yet. It keeps boot looping. Let's show you. I wonder if it's because it's running. Oh my gosh. I kind of don't want to pull it. This is it. I'd say boot looping. Party foul. I wonder if you guys hear the coming through the stream. Doo-doo. All right, I'm gonna turn it off. But turning it off like that. Should have some power to run off a battery now. So I'll unplug it from the computer and then go to battery mode. So far so good. After I've done that, it's spinning. Looks like it's connected. OTA, yeah, don't have it connected, but it could be to your computer at that time. Just boot it up on powered or not mass storage. I'm gonna refresh and reconnect to this because it says OTA is not finished yet, but you could browse to it. Now you need to. I see it has. I just heard the device come off the build plate. I think. We're on the camera. Let's see. Print fail. First print failed. Oh no! I heard a clunk. Print fail. I didn't even play. I didn't give it any bed adhesion, but it's PLA. It fell off. I heard it. I guess it's a little shaky. Well, let's not waste filling it. Well, it was gonna be an 8-hour print. I like to make sure I grab off the purge line. Went down nice. Let's take a look. Oh, interesting. It's a very interesting print with not tons of adhesion. So it doesn't surprise me with me shaking this table a little bit. We'll take a gander at this fail. Luckily I was there and it didn't do anything. Hopefully I was. The problem is I don't think I was showing the main camera. I was showing the desk mess because we were Panda Touch updating. Retro. Print failure. All right. This is the bottom layer. This is interesting. So this is overpowering it. I'm turning down the power a lot on this ring light to 1. Back it away a little bit from the. You can see it has ribs. Yeah, there you go. It has tiny bit of. It was failing for a little bit there. That's even the file that's at the very top. We were getting a blob on this first print. Hopefully it's all copacetic and nothing bent, but at least it isn't a hard nozzle that I'd want to put on here eventually. Print failure. Rookie wasn't even showing it. I don't think we caught it. Well, let's stay on target. We've already updated the bin. It's asking for the bin again. Firmware. When I browse to the page, showing the bin file and not the .ing tough print. Yeah, especially for I'm running this update file again on this. So I'm throwing the bin at it, even though it shows that updated the V107. I didn't get the screen for uploading the. So it says OTA update. It's refreshing here again. It's my Wi-Fi networks. So please Wi-Fi on the same computer. Update file. Choose the file, then select the downloaded .image file. Alright, so it says browse back to, so let's take the /update off. Yeah, it's boot loop. Updating this thing is not the most reliable thing. I'm going to unplug the USB-C cable it comes with and do a direct power instead of mass storage to remove any variables. There's something magnetic on this thing that's picking up that tool. Power it with the just DC. Back here, we're gonna unplug this. And I'm gonna switch it on. OTA not finished yet, so it's progressing. All right. So now update file. So there was an update FW button. Now we're doing update file. Choose file. So yeah, you had to go back, select your image file, and it's processing. I think the little loop there after that on battery was just the battery was dead. Processing 100%. So hopefully after this is uploaded, we don't need to update this thing at all. So yeah, the little trick there is to go back into your browser, clear the /update that it puts in it, and browse straight back to the main page. It shows updating file system on the front, and then it looks like it just rebooted itself. Yeah, it says hello, Panda Touch language English. Yes. It has my Wi-Fi network. Yep. Next. Ooh, there's a lot more info at the top. It's showing the power. My printers are still there. It's showing cloud sync and all that jazz, so perfect. That's why I was worried, like you do like a update. It's even showing the files that are on the P1S and everything. It wasn't showing that before. I assume because their firmwares were out of sync. Nice. I'm actually so I'd suggest just using DC power, not mass storage from your PC, 5 volts, to do the updates and not rely on battery. That's always not a good idea. I wasn't doing that, but cool. I didn't have to re-enter any of those 2 printers info or my Wi-Fi network. So that is grand. I'm gonna printer is successfully connected. Yeah, it's a lot more features like clicking on the other one. I want to say home on it. That's homing that one. Now it's connected to that printer. I just tapped it. It's real responsive. Now I'm hitting home, and you can see the P1Ps. Perfect. I'm stoked on this thing. The update wasn't too tricky. I'd say more downloading the right files was the tricky part. So I'm going to turn this thing off and let it charge. You could have this connected to just one of your Bambu printers, like hard mounted, and control them, but I want to have it at the center so I could just carry it around when I start a print on one. Kind of just lift it out of the dock. Let's see, with this bad boy, I think, what can we do quickly to print? It's getting wee hours. Should have done the benchy, but saw a vase and I was like, and it showed 20 minutes, and then it said it's 8 hours on the screen. Unless maybe it took them 20 minutes to slice it. I sprayed a little IPA. Let's go look at what's built in. Yeah, it says it's a vase. Squishy turtle. There's a lot more stuff. One scraper grip. I've never printed one of their scrapers. Bambu lap. Both are scraper grips. I'm guessing one is multicolor. AMS. Yeah. That says it's an hour and 7 minutes. That's the benchy. Dude, oh. Yeah, they're giving no real estimates. This says 0 hours, 0 minutes, 0 grams, but the top right shows 107. I wonder if these files are sliced so old that the printers can no longer read their like metadata for how long they take. Let's send a benchy. 26 minutes. Not sure if we're gonna hang out that long. Gives me time to get this other P1S on the Panda Touch. Yeah, that is pretty ironic that that tough print was the top item. And it was like a vase. I'm like, it can't be that long, like an hour. And if it's a vase, but not printed in vase mode. I'm sleepy. I think I'm gonna call it. I'll post the picture of the successful benchy. I have trust in this thing. I guess I could also leave it streaming. I should have left it streaming with the failed print. I'd have 1,000 people in here watching. It's always funny seeing those streams suggested to you because you're really into 3D printing and it's like a live stream and it's just a printer failed printing with just spaghetti growing. See, I just should have just let the spaghetti grow. This is a really interesting design, very intricate, but yeah, very low on a surface. So I think that's where to end it. I appreciate everyone for hanging out. Watch me unbox my P1S combo. My brand new CoreXY Bambu 3D printer. Did this turn on? Oh, it's still working. I think we would have had a great view of it with that thing on it. Crazy. I was getting a little nice blob on here. And on that bombshell, I'll bid you a good day, a good afternoon, and a good night. Nice! How do you end this stream?